Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best studio monitors.
Starting at number 5.
Yamaha HS5. The famous story about the old Yamaha NS10 studio monitors was that they were chosen not because they sounded great, but because they didn't. The theory is that if you could mix a track to sound good on them, you could be confident it would sound good anywhere. Of course, times have changed and even modern entry-level monitors will do a job, but the appeal of owning a piece of genuine studio history is strong. The Yamaha HS5 series are reference speakers which are built solely with mixing and monitoring in mind. There's no Bluetooth or graphic EQ, and room correction is basic at best. For sheer accuracy, however, they're hard to beat at this price range. Get your mix right on these, and it'll sound fantastic anywhere.
Coming at number 4.
IK Multimedia iLoud MTM. IK's latest addition to its growing monitor range, the iLoud MTMs are crammed with tech that belies their relatively low price point. The MTM bit refers to the Dapolito configuration, which, in this case, places a 1-inch tweeter in between two 3.5 mid-range woofers, with a bass reflex port around the back. Everything is DSP controlled and they can be calibrated to suit your room courtesy of IK's proprietary ARC calibration system, which is built right into the speakers, and the measurement mic comes bundled as part of the package. The MTMs are clinical and brutally honest and take imaging to a level that we'd expect to hear from monitors costing 3 times as much. Subtle mid/high details that previously went unnoticed become perfectly audible, making corrective targeting of individual elements within the mix almost supernaturally easy. Low-end solidity and control are remarkable for a speaker of this size, too, and they never really seem to get fatiguing.
At number 3.
Genelec 8010A. At the smallest end of the Genelec 8000 bi-amplified monitor series is the 8010A. Though relatively light, 1.5 kilograms each, the 8010s are solid thanks to the die-cast aluminium enclosure, with metal driver grills to prevent damage in transit. Portability is key, with power and input sockets neatly tucked in at the rear. They come with tiltable isopod rubber stands attached, simultaneously taking care of axis angle and transmission reduction. They feature standard 8000 series mounting sockets for a variety of options, from truss hanging to floor stands. These are rear-ported, bass reflex, enclosures, and just beneath the port is a recess housing 5 dip switches. 3 contour the low-frequency response, -2 dB and -4 dB bass tilts which combine for -6 dB, and desktop control which dips -4 dB at 200 Hz.
Number 2 of my list.
Focal Shape 65. Available in 40, 50, and 65 flavors, the latter of which we're reviewing here, the shapes, from Focal, now sit between their budget-friendly Alpha series and the Solo 6B, another 6.5-inch two-way monitor in terms of price. Aesthetically, the shapes are an interesting departure from Focal's other designs. The main speaker cabinet is black-painted MDF with a luxurious walnut veneer, appearing less studio spaceship and more high connoisseur. In fact, they'd look just as at home in a domestic cinema setup as in a production environment. Interestingly, the shapes are non-ported, with dual 6.5-inch passive radiators, one on each side of the monitor.
And number 1.
KRK Rokit RP7 G4. If you've ever stepped foot inside the studio domain of an electronic music producer, the chances are you're familiar with the famous yellow speaker cones of KRK. The Rokit series, now in its 4th generation, is the Gibson-owned brand's affordable near-field range, and has a selection of neat features which make it worthy of note. For starters, the G4 range is among the first monitor series at this price bracket to include a graphic EQ function on the speaker itself. Inbuilt digital signal processing, DSP, offers a suite of tools, including a room analyzer, to ensure the speaker's output compensates the space you're mixing in for any dead zones or sonic blind spots you may be unwittingly harboring. In our tests, the KRK Rokits came out on top as one of the best studio monitors for smaller studios, and for us, they are ideal for anything bass-heavy.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.